Check this out, man. Another day, another blessing, man. I've teamed up with the Texas workforce, man. As you know, they provide jobs for people, which they are providing jobs to give people opportunities. But what they're doing with me is anybody that's a service worker, we can get y'all free child care for up to a year. Just hard times, man. And for me to be able to step up and be one of the people that's there to make sure people have opportunities, man, you know, that's a blessing.
Houston legend, rapper, and community leader Trae Tha Truth was recently awarded with the Presidential Lifetime Achievement Award for his outstanding community service that he's internationally known for. If you're not familiar with Trae Tha Truth's work outside of his music, he holds an international event called Trae Day where he gives back to the community that draws large crowds. He's known for giving out to people of lower income brackets every single holiday. He's given back and really helped during natural disaster reliefs. He's been on the front lines for racial injustice, for the fights to improve that, to improve law enforcement. I mean, you name it, Trae Tha Truth is on the front lines. And actually, in order to get the Presidential Lifetime Achievement Award, one must complete over 4,000 hours of community service. So it's not something that you can really just kind of hop and skip and pretend to be. This is something that people achieve over years and years of giving back. And Trae Tha Truth, I encourage all of you to look him up, Google him. Even if you're not really into hip hop, I encourage you to look up his work because he's a beautiful example of what each and every one of us can do when we care about the communities that we were born and raised in.
I created ABN Youth Sports, which is athletes by nature for all the younger kids in the city, the inner city youth. We're looking for the best coaches, and we're looking for coaches that really know how to treat these kids and push them to be great,
Now, for me, people like Trae Tha Truth are beautiful examples of how those who make the biggest impact within the communities aren't necessarily the most suited and booted, the people who have all the degrees, the people who end up moving into places of high society. You see, oftentimes those are the people who leave the communities. And it's not to say that none of them ever give back. However, it's the people who come in unfamiliar or unorthodox packages who often are considered underdogs. And because of that, they're able to kind of operate, not necessarily in the shadows and a negative influence, but they're able to operate under the radar. They're able to really build relationships with people over time, and they're able to really, really influence others in a way that people who are more perceived as, uppity and elite society simply can't. Because people within these communities don't see them as being like them. They don't see them as being among them. And so Trae Tha Truth is a beautiful example of, even though, when you blow up, and even if you don't blow up big, when you become successful, you don't have to be orthodox. You don't have to be what everybody expects in order to be a community leader. I think that other influencers should, take after the example of Trae Tha Truth. Because again, he's not necessarily an A-list superstar that everybody would have heard of. But if if you've been listening to hip hop throughout your whole life, then he's definitely somebody that you've come across. And so, just imagine the difference that people who are even bigger on the superstar totem pole, who are even higher on that, imagine the difference that they can make if they just simply give back more. And if they show people that, hey, I'm not just about making money, I'm not just about capitalizing in the capitalist system, but I'm about making a difference and giving back to the communities that I come from. But again, at the same time, this is an example that we don't have to rely on those people either. We don't have to twiddle our thumbs and tap our feet and wait on them to give back. No. We can do this ourselves. So I just think that this is a really great story and a great opportunity for us to focus on the good things that are going on within our local communities. While the world is in chaos as always, there are good things happening each and every day.